Who?
Astaroth.
Astaroth?
No.
Thank you, Sue Dillon, for joining our podcast.
Yeah,
today.
you're welcome, honey. Anytime. How
This
are
is
you
not
doing,
trademarked. This is not copyright.
Why does it make you uncomfortable, honey?
Because it sounds like he's out of breath.
No. I just been smoking those Marlboro menthol reds. Even though they don't make those, I still smoke them.
Hey, Sue.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
What is
I'm
this?
okay.
What is this?
It's okay. Thank you, Sue Dillon, for joining. Jacob, Jonathan, will you come back?
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Why'd you
so-
say my name?
I don't know.
Because that would normally be you doing stuff like this.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Out of all the things, you'd think I'd be able to do it.
What was that? I'm
I
sorry.
wish I would have planned it before and not Jacob not known, and it happened.
What?
Nothing.
You wanted it to be like a possession?
No.
I know you and your
That's
games.
silly.
It is silly. I'm the king of silly. You can't out
He
silly
has
the
the corner
silly.
block on the silly. This is his block. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
I didn't say it like that.
Okay, so we are starting tonight's podcast. Oh, first of all, welcome back to the Spirit.
Oh yeah, welcome back to this
Were we
round
recording
table.
that entire time?
Yeah.
We're not keeping that in, are we?
Why can we not?
I mean, we can.
Do you think she'll come after us?
No, that's fine.
No.
She doesn't have like a corner. I mean, I don't think it's like. Yeah, I don't think there's other people who do that.
Okay, we're starting tonight off by lighting a candle
Yeah.
and saging the space.
Yeah.
Ready
we
for
got-
some ASMR?
We got some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light the microphone on fire.
Oh god.
Oh gosh. And she can't light a match.
Oh. Where's your nearest fire extinguisher?
Under the sink.
Okay, honey.
The ASMR is the fire trucks coming.
Oh god.
Hold on. let's try
Where's your torch?
my torch is. That's a good point, but I like the sound.
7 years later.
There we go.
Yeah.
Come on, fire. Stop, Tyler. All right, the candle
A lot of candle.
That's a strong match.
has been lit. No, you don't blow a match. You don't give it your energy. All right, we're lighting this bundle of rosemary.
Oh, rosemary. We don't know.
use that because it's appropriation. Yeah.
So the reason that we are lighting this is because we want to be super protected tonight.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about some heavy things.
Yeah.
Mine's not so heavy.
We are not inviting anything in. We're just speaking
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're not welcome.
So the rosemary is being lit to cleanse the space and to protect us.
Is it?
and it smells
is it
so
being lit, though?
good.
Yeah, it just takes a minute.
You want me to pass it around?
Yeah, let's get it a little bit more lit.
Get lit.
Get lit, Rosemary.
We're also getting lit tonight because Jacob doesn't have to work tomorrow.
Tyler's never done this before.
Smells so good.
It does smell really good.
Tyler's trying to smoke it like a big old fat cigar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we need to say something?
We are protected in this space.
It's really philosophical just then. Thought we were going to get a Latin quote or something.
Mystica fristica, mystica fristica.
Let's just say something. Amen.
Blessed be.
We
You
ask our
protected
higher
us.
selves and our spirit guides
Protect
to
us,
protect
bro.
us.
Yeah.
All right, we'll leave that going right there for
And
a little
that's
bit.
called witchcraft.
Okay, so how's everybody been?
Wonderful.
okay.
How about you?
I've been wonderful.
What you been doing?
I've been making bread, making cottage pie,
You know what we've been doing?
picking berries. What?
We've been eating breads.
Eating
And
cottage pie, eating
off.
berries,
I was going to say sweets and getting all fat and sassy.
eating breads and desserts and getting all fat and sassy. Ooh.
Love her. She's my spirit animal.
She's so good.
Yeah, we had a lovely dinner of cottage pie and soda bread.
And we're filled up like rats on a rat pack.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Rats on a rat pack.
Rats on a rat trap eating cheese.
Eating cheese.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Office?
A
Yeah.
little bit.
There's a quote by Michael Scott that says, "Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it by the time I get there." I feel like Jacob is a lot of Michael Scott in that quote.
100%.
I'm the queen of that.
He just starts
There's something,
words.
and
He
it's
doesn't
like,
know
wait.
where it's gonna go.
And
Where's- There it is.
yeah.
Yep.
My brain is just says say this and I say it and I don't even have a filter for it. It's like it just goes through without the sifter.
Without the sifter.
Yeah.
A sifter?
Yes.
Is that a filter?
Filter.
Filter.
Yeah,
That's
I guess it is. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always right.
Yeah.
Not really.
Um.
Not really.
Okay. So tonight we are talking about.
Demon.
Oh, he just turned the lights off.
We gotta get spooky, scary in
We'll
here.
get spooky, scary.
Spooky.
Should get darker.
Yeah.
There's
a
a
lot of
It's
light
still
in this
very
room.
much light outside,
A
but
lot
it's
of light
fine.
in this room.
I'm actually a witch.
Okay. So
Do you take spooky dookies?
Yes. I take spooky dookies.
God.
That's something-
It's his song.
It's
but-
one of my sayings I said before. Okay, but no,
Yeah.
we're talking about Demons.
We're talking about demons tonight. And it's kind of a topic that a lot of people don't like to talk about because they do happen to be a little bit spooky dooky sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you guys remember from like your childhood about demons?
Demons.
Well, we really only like considered one demon, and that was the devil. That was all we cared about in our household.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't think about the devil and his demons.
No, it was just the devil was
Interesting.
what
No, demons was a big thing. Growing
Yeah.
up Pentecostal.
Well,
I've seen demon possessions. I've seen like
Do they
people cast or like saying they cast
so
out
now that you
demons
say that,
and
like
things
people
that.
being possessed by
Yeah.
demons. But
Like-
see, they always
oh, yeah.
like they just made it sound like it was just
Like
the devil. It was like he was the demons.
So like I remember I grew up and I was always told it wasn't Satan or the devil because that would make him just as powerful as God and he can't be omnipresent, and so therefore
Right.
it's never
Got it,
just
yeah.
the devil
That makes sense.
because it gave like him more power.
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
So
That
the
makes
devil
sense.
is just
my
one person.
my parents and like pastor was always hardcore, like it's the demons because the devil can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
maybe,
and if you come
maybe
across
that's
the
how
devil,
it
then it's a
was,
big
and I
thing.
just
Like they were
have
representations
suppressed a
of it,
lot
yeah.
of that. Maybe, but I
Maybe.
feel like it was just always
The devil.
the devil.
It's
mostly.
the devil.
It was
I
more
remember-
generalized.
Yeah.
I remember them saying, somebody, if you are a Christian, then the demons cannot enter your body. Because you have already declared that as space for Jesus, and that the demons cannot
There's
be.
so many there were so many people that were possessed though that were supposedly like
Well, see, that's when. Do you remember the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yes.
That movie
That movie terrified me.
destroyed me. Like, because I had always thought, I'm a Christian, I can't be possessed by demons. And in that movie, she
She's a
was
Christian.
like a big time Christian.
Possession movies used to freak me out.
Oh,
I love
me
them though.
too.
Still to this day, there's part of me, if I wake up in the middle of the night and it's 3 a.m. because of that movie, I get a little unnerved. Because do you remember in the movie, like it turns 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and she wakes
consistently.
up?
Well, that's always
And
been like a
That's
a-
that,
The
apparently
witching
that,
hour.
time, which
apparently from what I understand, that was supposed to be like a mockery. In the Christian eyes, it was supposed to be a mockery of Jesus because I think he died
died
at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
3 a.m. was like the
Yeah. The
when you
mockery.
got
a mockery of
possessed.
him.
I
Yeah.
never knew that.
Yeah, because we counted time exactly the same as we do now.
Exactly.
You know?
But as a kid,
Yeah.
as a 5-year-old
Oh,
kid,
yeah, for
hearing that, you're
sure.
like,
Yeah.
like it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, I never actually had a clock in my room, so I never knew what time I woke up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I never did.
I remember a story that my do you remember the Tally Trio?
No.
This is a gospel group.
Tally.
The Tally Trio. It was a mom, dad, and a daughter. Yeah.
Maybe. I feel like they did probably a lot of Baptist
It was like
church,
Greater
like,
Vision,
and, like,
sort of like on
yeah,
that same line.
Yeah.
So we knew them, And so I remember a story that she told me, Lauren Talley. I guess I'm name dropping. I don't know. She said that one night remember them?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She
The red
woke
hair
up
sets it off. Yep.
in the middle of the night and she was burning up, like hot. And she felt the presence of an evil spirit in her room.
God. So she had the flu.
And she said that she went into her room and touched each wall, the floor, and the ceiling, and said, "In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to leave this room." And this story seared into my brain as a child.
Wow.
As soon as she touched the last wall and said that, she said it was like the air conditioner had been on for 4 weeks straight.
Wow.
Ice cold.
That's crazy.
So that's like the sort of stories that I grew up with. It sounds like you grew up with too. About
Was she the redhead? Or the blonde?
the daughter. Yeah, that's her. In the middle, yeah. And you kind of don't even want to talk about them.
Yeah.
You don't want to open that door. And even in like Sunday school, in my my dad's current Sunday school, the teacher still talks about how meditation is a way to clear your mind and make room for demons.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean,
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I can see that being the.
Also, yoga apparently
Yeah, I
leads
knew
to
that.
demons.
Yeah.
Especially the downward dog.
Yeah, because you are clearing your mind, and where you clear, things can come, and that's kind of true.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, like where.
That's
there's-
why we did what we did earlier. with
Yeah.
You have to protect
Cleaning up space
yourself.
and-
Yeah.
Protect yourself.
So let's talk a little bit about sort of the history of demons first, okay? So the earliest demons were from Mesopotamia, right? 3000 to 500 BCE. Some of the oldest records of demons came from this area, particularly the Sumerians, the Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians, where everything basically starts from, right? But these beings weren't always purely evil. They were sometimes just like supernatural forces associated with disease and with storms, infertility, and death. So then you can move to ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt believed in numerous supernatural beings inhabiting the underworld. Ancient Greece is where we get the original word demon. But the word, I think it's like daemon, maybe in Greek. I don't know.
Salvatore.
It wasn't necessarily evil. Okay. So to the Greeks, a daemon was a spirit guide, a divine messenger, an intermediary between God and humans. Even the philosopher Socrates proclaimed to receive guidance from a personal daemon. So
That sounds like my kind of thing.
somehow that has translated into demon means evil, right? Like we've talked about before in the book of Enoch and the Watchers, the Watchers fell from the sky, had children with the women on the planet, created these evil demon sort of things,
Right.
which is where the current Sunday school teacher that I always talk about gets his excuse for everything. Aliens, demons, everything comes from that.
Yeah.
Bigfoot, fairies, all comes from that, according to him.
Wait, so he thinks Bigfoot's the Nephilim? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and then also in the Dead Sea Scrolls, it talks about evil spirits and demonic beings. This is the scrolls that were found not too long ago in Qumran, right, in the cave in the clay pots. Of course, we know that there's demons in the New Testament where there's exorcisms, possessions. Jesus is portrayed as casting out
Demons.
throwing
The
them
more that we're
into the
talking about
pigs.
this, the more that I am remembering this, that there were demons that
And then remember, there was a multitude of spirits occupying one person, and they said, "We are legion." Remember that?
Yeah.
Just that phrase right there can send you down like scary movie nightmare, right? We are legion, and it's like, oh shit. But the New Testament rarely explains where demons originated, but early Christians often drew on traditions like Enoch to fill in those gaps, which is still kind of what they do today.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of wanted to just pick random demons to talk about. And so we each have one. And who wants to go first?
Who do you think we should go first?
Huh?
Do you just want to go first? And
You want me to go first?
and then we
I mean,
go-
I'm already talking, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
you
we get
talking.
Tyler, like, just followed around the table.
I just don't want. I don't want to feel like I'm hogging the microphone. 'Cause
You
I'm
are, but
always
You're not a
like,
hog.
I'm
You're a
already
Capricorn.
talking, so
You're
I
a
might as
Capricorn.
well.
You're
doing good,
Capricorn. It's
sweetie.
okay. We know. We understand.
Okay, so the demon, quote unquote, that I have picked is one that's very close and personal to me. So,
She a bad bitch.
Yeah.
for all you Astro people out there, don't roll your eyes at this, Tyler.
I would never.
My sun is conjunct Lilith
That's crazy.
in the 8th
Wow.
house. So when I was born,
I just saw a TikTok about that today. And
Did
it was
you
like
really?
women to like be afraid of it. And it was like different houses that women have Lilith in, and the 8th house with the sun was one of them specifically mentioned.
Tell me about
So,
it.
Be
I need to know.
afraid.
Very,
Be afraid of? Okay.
yeah.
are you
fear her.
afraid?
Terrified.
Yeah. So
Fear
Lilith
you.
is conjunct my sun in the 8th house in Virgo, right? So that means that this Lilith characteristic that this individual asteroid has, that's named after Lilith, is very close and personal with me. So I wanted to talk about Lilith. So long before Lilith appeared in like Jewish folklore, there were beings known as the Lilitu or Ardat Lili. This was from Mesopotamian texts. So this word is associated with like wind, night, spirit. And so these beings were often described as like night spirits or a seductive female entity causing illness or infertility and threats to pregnant women and infants.
Oh, okay.
So one of the oldest known references is in the Sumerian Inanna. A creature called a Lilitu is said to dwell within a sacred tree alongside a serpent and a bird-like being.
Okay.
Okay. So, but at this stage, we're not talking about Lilith. We're talking about like a characteristic of a group of entities called Lilitu, which is based off the Lilith.
Yes.
So, Lilith appears in the Hebrew Bible, in the book of Isaiah, and it's described as a desolate wilderness inhabited by strange creatures. So, Lilitu. Some translations render Lilith, night creature, night monster, screech owl. A passage is obscure, and scholars still debate like what it actually means. But the Bible never actually says that Lilith was Adam's first wife. Okay, so
Right.
this is Jewish folklore, right?
Yeah.
And in Jewish folklore, Lilith was the original female who was Adam's wife, but she refused to submit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
So, so the story goes is that Adam wanted to be on top, right? And she said, no, we are equal. I'm going to be on top,
Okay.
right? And she wouldn't submit. And because she wouldn't submit to Adam, she was kicked out.
Fuck you, Adam.
And instead of both of them, Adam and Lilith, being born of the earth, they were both born of the earth in the story. Because of that, they were equal, right? But Adam, when he tried to dominate her, and she refused to return, she was sent out, and that's when Eve was born from Adam.
From his rib.
So from Adam, she
had no
became
choice but to
submissive,
submit.
right? So because of this idea that this is a woman who is refusing to submit to this man, and she has those other stories of being bad for infants and mothers, and she brings sickness and illness or whatever. Because of all of that combined, she gets this demoness label, right?
That's infuriating.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And of course, anything that goes against the grain of whatever they say, right, becomes demoness.
I don't know who they is, but I don't like them. That's what I always hear. They. I hate
They would be like, in this particular story, like the Jewish elders,
Yeah.
right? And so when you have Lilith that's in your life, and it's something that's very close to who you identify with, right? The sun, it's a very rebellious sort of nature. So my whole life, I have had this like rebellious side to me, and particularly the 8th house is that house of like Scorpio, transformation, death, rebirth. So I've always just had this like rebellious nature. I still do, right? Is that a demoness quality? I don't know, but apparently
Are you a demon?
I'm not a demon,
No.
but
I don't know if that would necessarily be like demon-esque. I think it's just that you don't care. You just march to your own drum.
Beating your drum. Yeah.
what was that?
Nothing,
Tyler,
I'd say
what do you
anything.
have to say?
I'd say anything.
It's okay. We can do crazy shit together. I love crazy.
So she's often portrayed as the queen of demons, a seductress, the counterpart of Adam, the consort of demonic rulers, embodiment of uncontrolled desire. And in some traditions, she's associated with sexual temptation, nocturnal emissions, child mortality,
Oh,
and chaos outside of divine order.
nocturnal emissions.
Nighttime emissions.
What is an emission?
It's like something that's projected, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's often paired with Samael, who is a complex figure sometimes described as the angel of severity, accuser or demonic ruler, depending on its source. So I chose Lilith to talk about just because she's my girl. And as much as they call her a demon, I know she's not.
Yeah.
No.
She is
She's
not a demon.
misunderstood. She just wanted to. She's not bowed
She
down to a
wanted to
man.
be free. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, hello.
Hell yeah. Like,
Right. All right.
submit
I like
to
it.
no one.
What you got?
Okay, so I've got Azazel is the demon that I'm doing. Now, he was one I've heard of before, and his story I always thought was interesting because it's kind of, at least in my eyes, a lot of the stuff that he does, he thinks that he is doing it for the betterment, and it's like kind of trying to do the right thing, and the wrong thing ends up happening to him. So he is part of the 200 Watchers that were sent down, not supposed to intervene, but simply supposed to
Okay.
watch. Then they make that agreement
Yeah.
basically on the mountaintop that they are going to lay with the women because they find them attractive.
Is this in Sodom and Gomorrah?
No, this is the Book of Enoch.
No, yeah, this is
Oh,
the Book of
okay.
Enoch. So here is the interesting part. Out of the 200 that made the agreement with when they were the Watchers and stuff, Azazel actually doesn't lay with any women. He only wanted to intervene in human lives, though, to share knowledge with them.
Okay.
So he teaches them a couple different things. He teaches certain things to the men and certain things to the women. To women, he is known to give jewelry, like precious jewels, stones, makeup, cosmetics, things like that. So that kind of goes into, he represents at times vanity and pride and things like that, which led to that. He was known, I think, at one point, one of the stories that I read, that he gave mirrors to women so they could see themselves and their reflection. So once again, kind of leading to vanity, pride, things like that.
Typical man.
At least that's what it's supposed to be in the myth.
Yeah, and I'm
in
like,
the story.
thank you for giving us mirrors.
know,
Before
right?
we didn't worry about that
Yeah.
at all.
I know.
For the men, he gave them metallurgy. Now, he did this as trying to give them tools and things like that. Eventually, it obviously leads to him showing them how to make them shields, breastplates, armor, and then weapons. So he is also represented as strife and war and hate. He kind of gets that. Once again, from kind of what I understand is his mind was he was sharing these forbidden knowledge to people. And so like it really made me think of like Prometheus sharing fire with humans in Greek mythology. Now, there's another event that happens that I think is interesting, and depending on what story I've read, this is not in the Book of Enoch, this was a Jewish custom, but depending on how I read it, I saw that it kind of happened after his downfall, but then I also read where some think that it happened before his quote-unquote downfall. So what would happen was in Jewish customs, when they would do the sacrifice, there was 2 goats. One goat would be the actual sacrifice. The other goat, the priest of the time, like the high priest, he would take all the sins of the community. They would cast those sins on another goat, and then the goat would be forced into the wilderness.
Scapegoat.
That's where you get the term scapegoat from. So that goat would then be taken to, he would meet with Azazel in the wilderness.
Okay.
And that is where he would then take those sins from the people. And so he would be cast upon them. Now, there's 2 different things that go with that, is that the story that it happened before his downfall is that he would then take those sins to God and they would atone for them and things like that.
Azazel would.
Okay. The other story is that they basically were cast upon him because he was already a fallen angel and things like that.
Interesting.
But he was representative to like the wilderness and the chaos of the wilderness and things like that. So that was added to it. But the other interesting thing too is that Azazel was never killed as a fallen angel. However, the story in the Book of Enoch is that he was cast into the wilderness. He was buried, and it says east of Jerusalem that he was buried underneath jagged rock. And one story talks about how to shut him up and not share any more forbidden knowledge, they actually put jagged rock inside his mouth, and that he is stuck underneath the place there. But then it also ties into a lot of Christian theologians think that he is one of the 4 demons that is, if you've ever heard the story about the 4 demons that are chained underneath the river Euphrates.
Okay.
They think Azazel is one of those 4 because he was chained underneath east of Jerusalem, it says. And they theorize that could be underneath the Euphrates River. So he's one of the 4 possibly chained underneath there.
Isn't it interesting that he's a demon because he shares knowledge with the humans?
Yep.
And it made me think, too, of like the snake in the garden, sharing forbidden knowledge, things like that.
Yep.
But I thought it was interesting how, I mean, other than technically in the Christian religion turning against God because he wanted to share knowledge with humans, that was his kind of big downfall. But he's kind of represented with all these things because he actually, in his mind, he thought he was bettering humans with metallurgy and things. But because it led to weapons and things. Now, to be fair, in the stories, he does share how to make weapons and armor and things like that. Now, whether he meant that as for protection instead or whatever. But it's weird because in some, he's considered like a fallen angel, and then in others, he's just kind of like an outcast. I thought it was kind of interesting. So it's either he's kind of a demon or more of a just outcast.
Right.
So none of the people that we've talked about yet, to me, feel like a demon.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's one I wanted to kind of, because like I said, there's a couple other ones I could talk about that are just straight up evil.
Balrog type.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I
Azuzu.
thought Azazel was kind of interesting because it wasn't all just pure evil. It felt like anyways.
Yeah.
It very much felt like kind of like the Greek myths and things like that where it's kind of a not all bad, not all good.
Right. Very
So,
interesting.
yeah.
I remember I've heard his name. I don't remember from where.
Well, see, I got him confused with Azrael because Azrael is the angel of death.
Okay.
And that's what I kept getting confused on. I was like, is it Azrael or Azazel? But Azazel is the fallen angel. He's part of the...
I've heard that name before. I just don't know where.
So
Interesting.
there's also an X-Men character named Azazel.
Maybe that's where I heard
Yeah, maybe that's where you heard it from.
Azazel.
So,
Azazel.
All right, Jonathan.
All right.
Jay Jonathan.
Joe Nathan.
So I picked one called Astaroth.
Okay.
He is not really like well known. He is in like well known in Western occultism. So he's a demon for the occults.
Okay.
He appears prominently in the Ars Goetia, which is the first section of the Lesser Key of Solomon, which is like an entire book about demons. He was ranked as the Great Duke, and then sometimes also referred to as the Prince of Hell, which I know your dude Jacob is also, you said, considered the Prince of Hell. So
No, he's a Prince of Hell.
one of the princes. So there's multiple princes of hell, evidently.
Okay.
He's said to command 40 legions of spirits, and he's traditionally associated with knowledge, hidden truths, and teaching liberal sciences.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
Yeah, naturally. So his origins, a lot of scholars think that Astaroth was evolved from Astarte.
Astarte?
Yeah, Astarte. Yeah, Astarte. I didn't know how to pronounce it, but or Ishtar or
Okay.
Ananan, stretching back to Ananan. Those deities are associated with love, war, fertility, Venus, royal power, and it's thought that he was created from the goddesses. Like Christianity has basically taken the female aspect of it out to
Yeah.
put a man in its place. Yeah. So, let's see. Where was I? Okay. So the appearance of him, he often appears as a naked angelic figure. He's usually riding a dragon-like beast or not.
Jacob's getting excited.
And he's holding a
A
serpent.
naked man on a dragon.
That would hurt.
It's like,
for
that's my,
one.
That would
that's my
hurt.
wet dream. Jacob.
It was not.
Kidding. Some traditions describe him as beautiful and noble, and then others describe him as ugly and foul-smelling, which that's his breath, supposedly. We'll get into that.
Okay.
been there.
So the symbolism, like for the dragon, dragons are usually like seen as like to have ancient wisdom, chaos, power, and then the serpent shows the knowledge, transformation, the forbidden truth, all of that usually is a sign of it. He can reveal secrets for both the past, present, and future. Like I said, he teaches liberal sciences, astronomy, mathematics, which
Them damn
doesn't
liberals.
seem very liberal to me, and philosophy. He's known to help locate treasures. He can influence friendships and relationships, and he will reveal the hidden truths. And that's why a lot of occults consider him like less of a destructive spirit and more of like a teacher.
Yeah.
Which again kind of ties into what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Still
That's
not really,
really
any
interesting.
like
Still not really a demon.
the bad,
Yeah.
like what you expect a demon to be, or what we've been taught a demon is.
Should be.
Yeah.
So one of his things, like I said, the foul odor, it's said in the Ars Goetia that Astaroth's breath is said to be poisonous. Evidently, a magician was instructed to hold a magical ring, keep it near his face, and avoid direct contact with his breath whenever dealing with him, like whenever working
Sounds like
with
he
him.
needs a mint.
Interesting that he rides a dragon
Yeah.
To have
and that he has that.
poisonous breath.
Because wasn't the dragon thought that there was like a gas that they create and that the gas can light fire.
Yeah.
And so he also has that gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, could the poisonous breath represent like corrupting knowledge and pride
Yeah.
and dangerous truths?
That's kind of what I get out of it. Yeah.
Like, is
It's
it?
more
Yeah.
figurative.
Like the venom of his
Figurative, yeah.
words kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much my guy.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. I was expecting like more horror stuff out of this topic, and
I've
there's
heard
not.
of that Solomon, that Book of Solomon or something.
Lesser
or,
Key of, or
yeah.
the Key of Lesser Solomon or something.
Yeah. I wonder if that's like what's his name? Aldous.
Let's look it up.
Crowley.
Albus
Alistair Crowley.
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Albus Dumbledore.
Oh yeah. Albus Dumbledore.
I wonder if that's like Alistair Crowley sort of thing that he would look at.
Alistair Moody.
Alistair Moody.
Better known as Mad Eye Moody. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Astaroth? Astaroth is prominently featured in Crowley's work in the broader system of the Thelema. Okay. Yeah.
So you were right.
Mm-hmm. It just feels very Aleister Crowley. All right. All right, Jacob. What you got?
Last but not least.
Last but not
Well,
least.
Bitch. Okay, so my demon's name is Solas. He
Solas.
is depicted as an owl with very long legs.
Ooh.
He's
He's
real
a cute little guy.
He's
Is he
cute.
cute?
Yeah. And he comes from the works of the Western occult, from the Ars Goetia,
Okay.
Goetia also. And he is also a great prince of hell, or the great prince of hell. He's the 36th spirit of the Ars Goetia. I think that's how you say it. And he commands 26 legions of demons.
How many was your guys?
40.
Okay.
Maybe yours is above mine in rank.
Maybe.
So he's often depicted as a great crowned owl with unusually long legs, or a raven, or he may transform into a human capable of speaking with great eloquence and teaching hidden knowledge.
I love
Again.
I love when birds are like factored in somehow.
I
don't
know. I love
just
birds.
it.
Yeah.
He's considered one of the noble rulers of hell rather than a brute warrior. He's associated with learning and esoteric wisdom rather than destruction. He teaches astronomy, and
Interesting.
yeah, it wasn't merely like stars, planets, or constellations. It was celestial movements, cosmic order, astrology, heavenly cycles, or hidden influence of the skies. Yeah.
Your two guys are very similar.
Very similar.
They are.
That's what I was thinking.
And he also teaches medicinal herbs, healing plants, ritual plants, poisonous flora, magical correspondences.
These are all just
What,
different professors.
what
at
religion is he
Hogwarts.
associated with? Did you say? Sorry.
He's in that Goetia book, like he
The
has.
Ars
yeah.
Goetia.
Okay, so okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Western.
Okay, I
Western
was just
occultism.
curious. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That they're
interesting.
like so related.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now to see
Yeah.
like any.
And he also he has a knowledge of toxins. So
So he's Professor Snape.
yeah, basically poisonous herbs, toxic plants, dangerous natural substances, and precious stones. Gemstones, minerals, their virtues, symbolic meanings. His personality was scholarly, patient, knowledgeable, articulate, calm, and teacher-like.
How do we get demon from these people?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's so crazy.
I feel like yet again it's something else that
Was labeled a demon.
Christians have come in and rewrote and made it fit a narrative
Jewish people
that they.
too.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hebraic religions. I
Yeah,
guess.
Hebraic,
Abrahamic.
Yeah.
Abrahamic.
He's also apparently, like in this show, it's a pop culture show called Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't even know what that is,
They-
but
Both mine was too.
Oh, really?
He's in that. Yeah.
Really?
Mine's in the X-Men, so he may be changed under the Euphrates, but
Isn't
My
I
God.
think Lilith is in
There's
Marvel
l-
too.
there's literally a video game about
Yeah,
Lilith.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
There's
like,
Oh, really?
Lilith. I think there's a character in Marvel
there might be. I don't know.
that's Lilith, if I'm not mistaken.
I know there's a video game something, but I don't know.
The Diablo 4. I
Yeah.
think she's like the main character, one of the main characters. in it.
yeah,
I've not played it, but
I've not
seen
played it
the-
either.
I've seen the trailers and stuff for it.
Do you have anything else on Stelis?
No, he's just a cute little birdie guy.
Do you remember when I had that dream?
Oh, the Lilith
Which one?
one.
The Lilith
Oh,
dream?
yeah.
That was a day after Tina too. That
Yeah.
you all had actively like
We
kind
had-
of
we were like not channeling her, of course, but like kind of calling in her energy, right? And I had a dream that night, and I was in a mall or something, or an airport.
Were you in the what is the dream world?
Mall world?
Mall world.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I mean, I feel like
That was your back room.
I feel like that's
It is very like popular.
that's a
place
very
to
popular
have
to
dreams.
have those type of dreams.
All I remember is there was like a dome,
Yeah.
and it was cracked, and she came through that dome, and I saw her, and I knew immediately that it was Lilith.
Yeah.
And then a menu popped up in front of my face, because I said I've got to get something to offer her. I was looking for wine. I was like, I got to get something to offer her.
Of course you were.
And this menu popped up, and I was like trying to look at it and like write it down really fast, and then it just disappeared.
Like a combo menu, like number one.
Like
Big
menus to pick from what I can offer her.
Just like an
I know how
offer.
you're doing it, another joke, but and it disappeared like before I could even write it down, and I was like, I don't need to remember this. I don't need to take notes. I just need to take it in.
Yeah.
And she just like hovered like above me.
Did she say anything?
No.
And what does she look like?
I actually had
You created
drew
it.
up a thing.
I think it was.
If Lilith was hovering over me,
You would
I would
probably.
be scared shitless.
You
would
would?
probably be a little turned on because
I'd
she's
say-
hot.
Okay, well,
She's hot.
I'll be good with that.
And doesn't some in your dream she had black hair, but doesn't she sometimes? Isn't she depicted with red hair too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sold.
I knew it. I knew the second that I said that color. He was like,
Sold.
okay.
I was okay
Yeah.
with black hair, and then he
He's
said
like-
red hair, and I was like,
He's like, have I
sold.
told you that I like being submissive and told what to do?
Sold.
I don't have to be your equal. You can dominate me, mommy.
Yeah, I'll have to find it later. I can't find it right now. So yeah, it's just interesting to me that all of these don't feel like demons. So
I'm sure. I mean, they're probably we all know that there's bad energy and bad beings out there.
Yeah, well, that
know
was
what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when I was searching for some, I was like, this is typical.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to find the non,
Yeah.
just like the morally gray ones. I think those characters in mythologies and religions are much more
interesting.
and relatable. I guess I think that's the thing is like there's a human element to them. That's one of the reasons why I think Greek mythology is still so popular today. Is there is a, you know, the Greek gods they didn't pretend not to give in to the human appetites.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what made them
That's
so.
what made them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were relatable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to say about demons?
Are you a demon?
Are you a demon? Please.
If you're that, don't mess with
Yeah,
us.
please don't
Yeah,
respond.
don't.
If you're just a normal person that
stay
has
Well,
something
if you're
to
like one of the
say-
demons that we taught about tonight, you can. Well, if you're good.
Just to Jacob, but all of us.
No,
Yeah,
not
leave
even
us
Jacob.
alone.
No.
Well,
live with him.
Sorry.
I did smudge myself, so
Yeah. No.
Anyway,
yeah.
hope you guys have a great week. Send us an email if you have anything to say at spiritsoftheroundtable@gmail.com.
And
Hit us up on TikTok.
if you have a birthday, good job. We're proud
Good
of you.
job. You lived another year.
You've done
Good
it.
job.
It's hard. Being alive for another year is hard sometimes, and we're proud of
You
you. We love you. Happy
did
birthday.
it.
Glad you're here.
And happy Pride.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Happy
Happy
Pride.
Because there's a rainbow in my rainbow.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Hi, gay.
Hi, gay.
All right.
Pride.
We will talk to you next week.
Love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.